Have you ever felt that unsettling tremor beneath your feet? That sense that the ground is shifting, not from an earthquake, but from a quiet revolution. It's happening now. A reshaping of the economic landscape so profound, it's splitting us into two distinct worlds. Imagine a K, one line soaring upwards, representing the 20% whose skills are amplified tenfold by artificial intelligence, and the other plummeting downwards, the 80% whose skills are simply becoming obsolete. This isn't a distant threat, it's unfolding today. And it's not just about coders and engineers. This wave will wash over every profession, every industry. It's about how we work, how we learn, how we live. For years, AI felt like something other people dealt with. A futuristic concept for tech giants. But that's a dangerous illusion. The ability to navigate this new reality isn't a specialized skill, it's a fundamental literacy. It's the difference between steering the ship and being swept under by the tide. So how do you, as someone without a technical background, begin to prepare? How do you ensure you're on the ascending line of that K? I've spent the last year working with companies across the globe, helping them integrate these cutting-edge tools. And I've distilled those experiences into 3 essential lessons. Let's start with a simple, yet radical idea. Stop trying to build AI and start using it. It's like the early days of the personal computer. You didn't need to understand the intricacies of microchips to write a letter or balance your checkbook. You needed to learn how to operate the machine. The same principle applies here. Billionaire Dharmesh Shah, the co-founder of HubSpot, shares a brilliant strategy in his newsletter, Simple.Air. But before we dive into that, let's revisit some core truths. First, become a user and explorer. Don't get lost in the technical weeds. Second, the world is about to see a surge in demand for AI operators and AI builders. Builders are the architects, the coders, the ones constructing the AI systems. Operators are the translators, the prompt engineers, those who can harness the power of AI and make it work for them. If you're starting from scratch, focus on becoming an exceptional operator. That's where the immediate opportunity lies. But how do you become an AI operator? It's not about memorizing complex algorithms. It's about developing a new kind of fluency, a fluency in asking the right questions. A fluency in guiding these powerful tools to unlock their potential. And here's a crucial point. AI isn't a cheap replacement for skilled professionals. It's an amplifier, a force multiplier. It requires smart, educated individuals to prompt it, to validate its outputs, to inject critical thinking into the process. Garbage in, garbage out. It's an old adage, but it's never been more relevant. The AI you see today is the latest worst version. It's constantly learning, evolving, improving. Don't be intimidated by its imperfections. Embrace the fact that you're entering this field at the very beginning. Because here's the beautiful truth, everyone is starting from zero. This is a level playing field. The person who begins learning today has the potential to accumulate 5 years of experience, while others are still standing on the sidelines. The future rewards those who are proactive, not those who wait. But it's not just about technical skills. The world will increasingly reward those with good judgment, exceptional taste, the ability to identify patterns, and, crucially, the vocabulary to articulate those patterns. Your ability to think critically, to communicate effectively, will be your most valuable asset. Think of it like this: AI can generate options, but you must choose the right one. It can provide data, but you must interpret its meaning. It's a collaboration, not a replacement. Now you might be thinking, okay, that all sounds great, but how do I actually improve my vocabulary, my taste, my pattern recognition? These things take time, and you're right. They do. But time is a resource. We must invest wisely. Here's a routine, one I've personally adopted that you can steal without guilt. Let's say you're a marketing professional and you want to sharpen your AI skills. Step 1. Identify a time-consuming task in your daily workflow. Perhaps it's writing social media copy, researching competitors, or scheduling content. Step 2. Find the best AI tool for that specific task and invest in the pro version. Free versions are often limited and won't give you the full experience. You can start by simply prompting Grok 3. It's free to recommend tools. Step 3. Commit to using that tool daily. Run small experiments. Explore its capabilities. Start to develop an intuition for how it works. Don't just passively consume information, actively use it. Step 4. Schedule quarterly reviews. The AI landscape is moving at warp speed. New tools and techniques are emerging constantly. Stay informed. Reevaluate your choices. But how do you know which AI tool is the best for your needs? And what if you don't trust random recommendations from the internet? That's a valid concern. That's why I've compiled a list of tools I personally use across every department of my company. This isn't a sponsored list, I promise. It's based on real-world experience and rigorous testing. As of April 2025, and I specify the date because this landscape is constantly changing, here's what I recommend. For image generation, YouTube thumbnails, and logo design inspiration, I rely on Midjourney V6 and Ideogram. For deep research on any topic, Google Gemini is unparalleled. To record my meetings, take notes, and get transcripts of my Google Meet calls, Loom is my go-to. If you want to create custom ChatGPT bots, chatbots designed for specific use cases, then ChatGPT itself is the best platform. For AI avatars, I use HeyGen. You can see these in action on our Instagram page, The Cutting Edge School. For lifelike AI voices, capable of cloning your own or your client's voices, 11 Labs is exceptional. For writing scripts and marketing copy, Claude is my preferred choice. For creating stunning presentations, Gamma is a game changer. For brainstorming, I turn to Grok 3's thinking mode. It's surprisingly effective. And for no-code development, I explore options like Bubble, Bravo Studio, or AppJiver. We've created detailed tutorials on all of these tools, available on our YouTube channel. For building AI agents for your agency, I recommend N10. And for automating workflows, Make is incredibly powerful. 2 important caveats: none of these tools are truly free. No tech company gives away valuable technology without a cost. And as I've said before, these tools are constantly evolving. Just a few months ago, Ideogram was the leader in text-to-image. Then Midjourney V6 surpassed it. That's why staying up to date is crucial, or better yet, working with a mentor who can guide you. But what if you don't have a mentor? What if you don't have the time to self-learn, and you need a structured path? If you're serious about investing in AI, data science, or any high-demand tech skill, consider a structured learning program from industry experts like SimplyLearn. SimplyLearn is a leading online learning platform offering certifications in AI, machine learning, data science, cloud computing, and more. Their generative AI for Beginners course is a perfect starting point, covering fundamental concepts like prompt engineering, AI models, text and image generation in a clear, accessible way. They don't just offer pre-recorded videos. Their courses are designed in collaboration with top universities and companies like MIT and IBM, providing real, job-ready skills. They consistently receive top ratings from platforms like Forbes, SwitchUp, and Course Report, and have helped thousands of learners advance their careers. What sets SimplyLearn apart? First, their emphasis on real-world practice. You'll get hands-on experience with projects that matter. Second, access to expert instructors. You'll attend live sessions led by industry professionals and global leaders. And third, their collaborations with globally recognized brands ensure the quality and credibility of their courses. They also offer courses in other trending fields like data science, cybersecurity, and product design. You can find more information in the link in the description or pinned comment. Now let's move on to Lesson 2. Start building or operating AI agents. But what are AI agents, and how are they different from a regular AI tool like ChatGPT? We've already created a 3-part course on AI agents, but let's quickly recap. A traditional AI tool is like a calculator. It can perform specific tasks, but it can't take initiative or make decisions on its own. You have to manually operate it every time you need a calculation. An AI agent, on the other hand, is more like a personal assistant. It can proactively take actions to achieve goals you set. Imagine an assistant who doesn't just wait for instructions, but understands the bigger picture, breaks down complex tasks into smaller steps, and makes decisions about the best way to achieve your objectives. But wait, doesn't that sound like actual AI? You're right to question that. Let me explain. AI agents aren't AI models themselves. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, these are interfaces to access AI models. You use ChatGPT to interact with the underlying intelligence of GPT-4. So GPT-4, Gemini 2.5, these are the AI models driving the apps and chats. AI agents are workflows. These workflows can be defined by you or your team. To execute these workflows, to make small decisions along the way, AI agents can leverage any of these AI models. You may have heard of Manus, the Chinese AI agents company that went viral. People often mistakenly believe that Manus is a new AI tool like ChatGPT. It's not. It's an AI agent that utilizes an existing AI model for its core intelligence. Manus is currently powered by Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and they'll likely switch to a different model in the future. Essentially, Manus is Claude combined with an extra layer, the ability to use and operate other tools on the internet. But how will these agents actually work with us? And why are we learning anything at all if these AI agents can do all our work? Let me clarify. In a future scenario, you and your team won't be directly operating software. You'll be spending your time instructing AI agents who will then execute the workflows. There's a strong possibility that within the next 2 years, your company will have a network of these agents working together, and you'll be communicating with them via Slack or WhatsApp. As a consulting firm, we've been building armies of AI agents for our clients, helping them save days of manual effort. I'll include my email in the description if you'd like to explore this for your company. The key takeaway: an agent isn't tied to a specific AI model. If you build a scriptwriting agent today using N10, it can run on any AI model like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. The model is independent from the workflow, which means as long as you can clearly define your work processes, you're well positioned. You can bet that these models will continue to become better, faster, and cheaper. However, you still need to meticulously document every task. That's why sharpening your core skills, your writing skills, your analytical abilities is so critical. People who read deeply and understand their subjects have the vocabulary to accurately describe what they want. But there's one crucial human area that few are discussing, and it's far removed from agents or AI. Most people will fall behind if they don't cultivate this skill, the ability to exercise good judgment. I touched on this in our ChatGPT 4.0 video, but let me reiterate. After you've understood your first principles and identified recurring patterns in your work, you still need to interpret and judge what those patterns mean. Understanding the context of what's required is never straightforward. It's nuanced and subjective. The only way to improve your judgment is by collaborating with others on real projects, iterating constantly, and documenting your results. When you carefully observe and write, your brain starts making connections between seemingly disparate subjects. So talk to more people, understand their thinking, become skilled at predicting human behavior, and read widely about cognitive psychology and behavioral science. All of these things will hone your judgment skills. Now you might ask, are all these things even important? I thought learning prompt engineering was the hard part. I know people who read voraciously, are excellent pattern finders, and know the AI tools, but their judgment and interpretation are weak. They end up making poor decisions because their priorities are scattered. T-shaped generalists, those who understand both the breadth and depth of a field, who understand human behavior, will be the most highly valued. Designers, project managers, and developers will increasingly blend into a single role. Content creators, visual storytellers, editors, and motion designers will also converge. The traditional talent stack is collapsing, and the world will reward those who are fast learners, strong pattern finders, and possess sound judgment. There's a fascinating image by David Arnoux that illustrates 5 levels of an autonomous business. Every founder and team leader watching this video needs to understand this framework. It shows you how to move from a people-heavy, unsystematic, chaotic company to a lean, automated machine augmented by AI. Most first-time entrepreneurs are stuck at level 1, where everything depends on humans. People are making every decision and doing every task manually. Technology is minimal. You might be using slides, spreadsheets, or email, but nothing cutting edge. This is a common starting point, and it's okay. The problem is that these businesses don't scale well. Everything falls apart if one person is missing. Level 2 introduces basic automation, the assisted level. You might start automating repetitive tasks like sending emails or generating invoices. You might be experimenting with ChatGPT or tools like Gamma or Notion, but core decisions are still human-led. You're still driving the car, even with cruise control on. It's better than level 1, but you're still working in the business, not on it. Level 3 is semi-autonomous. This is where things get powerful. At this level, your company systems handle most of the day-to-day work. You've documented everything. You've established processes and SOPs. Tools like Notion, Asana, or Slack are taking care of repetitive tasks. You're no longer putting out fires. You've become a process builder, hiring people and creating systems for them to thrive. Level 4 is fully autonomous. This is still aspirational, but it's where we're heading. Nearly everything is augmented. Remember, I'm using the word augmented, not replaced. Every function, marketing, onboarding, customer support, has AI agents. Senior people oversee performance and handle rare exceptions. Nobody is constantly checking to see if things are working, because the AI agents know what to do. They have clear timelines and are executing tasks efficiently. This is how modern companies are planning to operate, remotely and at scale. And this is what you can build or become a valuable part of if you start learning today. At level 5, we have a self-evolving business, still largely theoretical, but it represents the ultimate destination. Your systems and AI agents not only run on their own, but they also improve on their own. The network of agents constantly analyzes its own results and uses machine learning to suggest improvements. Your social media copy, your ads, everything adapts automatically. Your operations become smarter over time. You're running a learning business, not just an automated one. I know this sounds intimidating, even scary, but it's also an incredible opportunity. And I'm serious when I say this. Those who don't learn, those who ignore this shift, will see their paychecks diminish. It's a harsh truth, but it's the reality. The future rewards those who are proactive, not those who wait. This is an evolutionary moment. As I said in our ChatGPT 4.0 video, that's the whole point. If you look at history, every 1,000 years or so, nature presents a challenge, a new disease, a new predator to filter out those who can't adapt, who can't learn. Humans have always risen to the occasion. We've cracked medicine, architecture, electricity. Now nature is presenting a new challenge, the age of AI. And just like before, this challenge will force us to evolve. Those who embrace this change will thrive. Those who resist will be left behind. The universe has a plan, and to be a part of that plan, you must level up. Invest in your mind, invest in your health, and never stop learning. These tools are still young, and it's far better to learn now, while they're malleable, than to wait until they become overwhelming. The fundamental rule is simple. Anything easy to replicate will be replicated quickly. The ability to learn and do hard things will be your most valuable asset. I'm telling you this with absolute sincerity. In the past 2 years, we've created countless videos teaching the basics of ChatGPT, social media using AI, video editing using AI, marketing using AI. We've taught every foundational skill absolutely for free. All you need to do is invest the time and effort. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, share it with your network, and subscribe to our channel. We pour our hearts into creating this content, and your support means the world to us. Thank you, and remember, you are learning at the cutting edge.